Hello and welcome to another episode of BGG's Talking Shit. My name is Barrett Courtney. As always, I am your host. And today, joined with me is one of my great co-hosts and even better friends, my favorite chunky punk, Ricky Baldazan. What's up, Ricky? How you doing today?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like you. And here, joined with us, the last video she is in this week, the experts of venereal diseases, Annie Vogt.
Shots fired.
I didn't say she had venereal diseases. I said she was an expert at them. She has studied them.
Some say being an
difference.
A gynecologist.
Oh, God.
So the topic today...
If you don't know what we're doing today, if you don't know what we're doing talking if you don't know what we're doing talking shit, one of us brings in a topic of discussion and then we talk some shit about the topic. And today's topic...
Barrett does a great Greg Miller impression.
Oh, today's topic comes from me, because this whole week I've been giving topics. Ricky's lazy and Annie just found out last minute she was going to be on the show.
Other way around.
No, you are lazy. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about this week is the three of us. We all sort of listen to the same music, generally.
Yeah.
Annie and I have shared our good share of live shows. You and I have been to a couple with each other. Not too many.
Same thing with Annie. Like,
yeah.
I haven't been to much
we
with
went
you guys.
to. Last one we went to was what, Oakland?
Yeah, Oakland Metro.
So the question I have for you guys is, who's like your favorite band to go see live? Not like who's your favorite band or anything, but who do you think like puts on like a really good show, really gets you energized and like really gets you into like what they're doing?
That also has an effect on who your favorite band is too, though.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
I'll have to say the best band at Warped almost every year that they're there is Less Than Jake. Without
old
a
pros.
doubt.
Old pros.
Well, here's the thing. Just because you're old doesn't mean you're a pro. Like, Bowling for Soup was at Warped Tour last year, and they were all right.
2 years?
Maybe 2 years ago. Huh.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Bowling for Soup was, they were good. They were fun. They're still Bowling for Soup, though.
Yeah.
But Less Than Jake, like... They just get, like, into the audience. They don't really care, and they're just having fun. It's not like the lead singer of the, emo, screamo jizz band, and he's like, all right, let's get really mad. I'm going to yell at you. You yell at me. It's like...
For the next song, I want to talk about troubles.
All right, yo, I'm Kanye West, and for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to make a rant about religion.
Oh.
So...
I'm running for president.
And for 20... And for 2018 or whatever, I'm running for president. Oh, whatever. Kanye West.
Okay.
Or 2020 or whatever. So that was just my starting thought was I really like Less Than Jake as like a live band. They're really good at what they do. And here's the thing though, like Blink-182, still one of my favorite bands, but their live show is awful, god awful.
Well,
it's the same set.
Tom.
Literally every tour.
All right.
Like, it's very predictable, and they just don't look like they have the energy anymore. So there is a difference, I would say. I still like Blink-182's music. Don't get me wrong.
I've never seen them live.
You've never seen them live, huh? You don't need to. So, and Less Than Jake is not like one of my favorite bands of all time, but they are super fun live. Super fun. I remember. The Warped Tour we went, the year we went with our good friend Alex Liu. Alex, if you're watching this, what's up? And you, Annie, and Vinny, and all of them, they went to go see...
we were tired. No, we sat on the field, remember?
No, we sat on the field with you.
And then you guys left because I was still tired. I think we just sat and watched whoever was playing in the amphitheater.
It was the Wonder Years.
Was it the Wonder Years?
Yeah, it was the Wonder Years. I told you guys to listen, and you're like, no.
No, I thought it was some screamo band. I was like,
I set my friend on fire or whatever. I remember who it was. Well, there were a
don't.
couple bands that we were sitting through, but one of them was the Wonder Years.
Oh.
So anyway, they went to go sit or see the Screamo band. That's still up to debate what they went to go do.
I don't
But Alex and
remember.
I were like, oh, no, let's go check out Less
I
Than Jake.
wanted to go see Less Than Jake.
And so,
Less Than Jake was.
Alex is not like, from my memory at least, I don't think he's that big of a Less Than Jake fan.
No, I think he kind of just went to work for the experience, I think. So
and he was
down
having
for whatever.
so much fun at Less Than
Yeah,
Jake because they had recently put out like their EP of like them covering TV like themes.
Mm-hmm.
So they played like Animaniacs live. They played the SpongeBob SquarePants theme live. I think like one other from that like EP as
Era,
well.
yeah.
And like everybody was just like having such a great time. So what do you guys think? Who are some of your favorite bands to see live and why?
It's still like one of my favorite shows ever. I went to go see Sum 41 at the Regency.
And
it was
before Derek Whibley got old.
Yeah, it was like it was like the month before.
Yeah.
Was
yeah, I
that for
remember.
the Chuck, whatchamacallit, anniversary?
I think so.
Which
yeah.
one was the anniversary tour? Was it for Chuck?
Wait, no. It was
No.
I know.
I
I'm
forget
just
what
gonna
it
say
was.
no. I
It
don't
was an
remember.
anniversary tour
Well,
for an album.
if you saw them in 2014, and then it was the anniversary for Chuck, because Chuck came out in 2004.
Yeah,
I think it was. It was
then it
when
was-
I met
yeah.
Jack because I went with Jack.
Yeah,
to
that was
that.
the 10-year anniversary.
It was like one of the last shows that Steve-O did.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to that,
Yeah.
but I couldn't.
That one still holds up as like one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Because they know their stage performance is like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like their opening song right before they came out was like TNT by AC/DC and everyone was like
Nice.
like pumped as all hell. So they're really good. The Melvins are really good, but that's just because they're one of my favorite bands. They're like ridiculous. They're slowly turning into a jam band, and it's not.
It's not fun anymore.
It's just
so
not fun
so
anymore.
one of your favorite bands is turning into Fish.
Yeah, it's really Like-
Joke's on you.
they took a 2-minute song and played it for like 30 minutes.
Oh.
So, but the show that I went to at
Sorry, I'm messing with my hair because whatever I do to it just looks stupid. I should have brought my hat this week.
I hate when that happens.
I'm just gonna.
hate
I
I'm
just
just
have,
gonna do
I
it
just
like
have
this.
so much of it.
I'm just gonna Jimmy Neutron it for the rest of the episode.
Jimmy Neutron.
Was it Bowling for Soup that did the song for Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Bowling for Soup.
That was fun.
Speaking of, but yeah, I like the Melvins are fun live. Sum 41 was definitely like one of the best concerts I went to.
Something I was surprised that you're not as hyped for because you're very calm at shows. You don't go into the pits. You don't fuck around.
I was also really,
I learned
also
that
really-
at the Real Friends show that we went to.
Yeah.
Because I was going hard in the paint.
Yeah,
and
you were
just
going.
like-
I was just like.
Okay.
I was also really high. But yeah, I do like moshing and going hard on the paint
to an extent. Yeah.
Well,
where
people-
I
I
just
won't
like
do the crazy.
People just don't
Yeah,
know
no.
how
I
to do
like
it
doing
anymore.
like running around in the circle pit.
Barrett
That's
literally
fun.
just
Yeah.
is a pinball, and I'll like when we were at that show, like I was chill. Also because it was my first time like listening to these bands,
So you actually wanted to hear it.
so I was like actually
Yeah.
like
Forever
upset-
Came
No, I
Calling
feel-
was actually a really good band
Yeah,
to
it
see
was.
live.
That's when
Yeah,
we.
they're pretty
Was that
into
the
it.
first time we heard them in general? Yeah, 'cause-
I hadn't heard. I had listened to them before.
They were
I
at
haven't.
Warped a couple of times we were there.
But yeah, that was my first time listening to them. I never even knew what mixtapes was before
Oh,
that
dude,
show.
I love
And
mixtapes.
mixtapes was
Mixtapes.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
That
But
bass,
literally-
I
went to
follow
go
the
hug
bassist.
after.
Because
hugged all of them after.
those guys are the homies because they're even though they're from Cincinnati, they're still from Ohio, which is really cool.
What does that mean?
I follow the bassist on Instagram, and I think I have him on PSN as well.
He's so
Because
funny.
he like Instagrammed that. He's like, add me on PSN, so I think I just have him on PSN, which
So
is like the
funny.
coolest shit.
But yeah, that was a fun show. The thing about like that show specifically and why I didn't do much is because I was listening and like actually trying to like figure out like what each band was about. But as
Yeah.
I'm doing this, plus I was high, and as I was doing this, like Barrett is literally just like bing 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 bing. just running into
diving.
people.
Yeah.
He's just in
I'm
this.
not running into people on purpose though.
No, I know. You're just like, as an effect of like where the crowd's going, you're literally just like.
No, I kind of do that too.
Primal, like foaming at the mouth, like ready to hit somebody.
It's also like going with the flow too, because if people shove you one way, you just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I don't do the whole like
windmilling, like.
No.
Yeah.
that shit's dumb as fuck. If you do that at a show, you need to get the fuck out.
I think Barrett's the person that I've gone to a concert with that I've seen stage dive more like multiple times, like to the most amount. Like he'll do it over and over.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so fun. That like, and that's the thing that sucks. Like the venues in our city have slowly started to stop.
Bottom of the Hill was so strict.
Yeah, but Bottom of the Hill is also not the best venue to do that at as well.
I mean, the stage is really short.
The stage is really short, and it's also sort of a bar. Like it's and that's the sort of difference between Bottom of the Hill and Slim's. Slim's is way bigger. And like it's technically a bar as well, but there's an actual like sort of dedicated area for the bar.
The post in the middle though.
Don't get me started on that. But like for Bottom of the Hill, it's sort of like the bar area and the stage area sort of blend in, so I can understand that to an extent. But like at Slim's, they don't allow it anymore. Like they like strict like put security up in the front now.
Regency's kind of.
I don't think
they were chill with it.
I've never been to the Regency, so I can't.
Regency, like they just like to have that appeal that like, oh, we're Regency, we like appeal to teenagers.
Yeah.
I think it started with Oakland Metro though, when we went to that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The story that we have here is there was like a festival we went to. Mixtapes Festival. It was like a mixture of like pop punk and sort of like hardcore music.
Yeah.
And the day we went
with the show that we went to.
What, Neck Deep and Real Friends?
Like Neck Deep Real Friends, and then
Oakland
there was
Metro?
like that. There was was it Cruel Hand?
Yeah.
They're like near a hardcore band.
Yeah.
They just throw it in there. I was like, what the
So
we're
it's like an all day sort of thing, and we're like, I'm fucking waiting for the Wonder Years all day. And so during the middle of the day, it was like one of the more like hardcore bands. I forget who it was. And
Rotting Out or something.
Yeah, probably.
Is that when the kid got
Yeah,
had the seizure?
so no, it wasn't. The kid didn't have a seizure. What happened was
That's not fun.
At all. He stage dived, and there was no one there to catch him because he wasn't fucking paying attention.
Well, I also think a bunch of people stepped out. I was watching girls up in the front literally sidestep when people came down. I was like, "Are you serious? You can't do that."
So here's the protocol. If you're a tiny girl and you're going to these shows, you gotta
either try.
You gotta be like Annie and bring your big friends.
Yeah, I stand in between tall people on purpose.
Exactly.
Not even that, but like Annie like holds up her own.
Yeah.
I try.
Ever went to a concert.
Especially because girls go to these pop punk shows not expecting, oh, there won't be a mosh pit. They don't do that there because it's pop punk, dude. Once you see people moshing to Fall Out Boy, which you and I saw, we've actually saw that.
Yeah.
It happened. It's
like
people will go hard.
People will mosh to anything. So when you're a tiny girl, you just gotta if you want to go up to the front, that's fine. You gotta help people out though.
Yeah.
I understand. Like, there's that one band, I forget who they are, but they're strictly like, if you're stage diving, like, you're a piece of shit, man.
Really?
Joyce Manor.
Joyce Manor. Yeah. Really? Oh, I remember that.
The lead singer cussed like this dude out who did it, and it's like, I don't think you should ever tell anybody how to enjoy a show.
Exactly.
So I don't want to tell these girls, like, don't be up in the front. But if you are going to be up in the front, you need to know that these other people are going to want to enjoy the show differently than you. So you got to be able to, like, be there and help them out, because you're all there to see the same band. You all have something in common with each other. Mm-hmm. So just help each other out. Be a friend. If someone falls, pick them up.
This isn't a Bikini Kill show where you can do whatever you want because you're a girl. It's not. It doesn't work like that.
Is that I see some of those same girls also crowd surfing, also stage diving, and they can't catch people or won't.
I just remember our friend Anna, I think it was at that mixtape show.
Yeah.
And
that girl with
real friends. Yeah.
She's tall.
She's very, very tall. Both of us are very, very short.
Yeah, we're like.
So I remember she was stage diving during the mixtape's band set.
Oh.
And literally, I was there to help. literally everyone else moved away.
I remember because I was by like the right speaker, and
y'all who moved away,
and
y'all
like,
who moved away are dicks.
No,
Yeah.
You could literally see the split of the.
You know
crowd.
what? I got her though. Got her.
I literally watched
I got you,
Will. Because Will came to that mixtape festival with us, and you know, Will's hockey broad guy.
Yeah.
I watched him catch like 2 people at the same time because they jumped in the same spot, and like people did that you know, Moses split.
Yeah.
And I just watched him catch them, and I was behind Will making sure
I got
he didn't
you.
fall over.
I got you.
No,
Yeah,
that's what it
whatever.
was. And I literally looked at Will after. I said, "Damn, dude, nice! Like those people would have hit their head on the concrete."
So anyway, the kid
Jesus Christ.
jumped. There was no one there to catch him, and then
He
got a concussion. He was like knocked out.
Wasn't he like
That's,
foaming at the mouth or something? Someone told me he started seizing a little bit.
We didn't see anything. It's all hearsay, so I don't want to
Yeah.
say anything that didn't actually happen. But like, thankfully, there's a fire department literally like a block away. They came
Yeah.
in. The show had to like completely stop. Like
The lights turned on, everything.
The bands later on had to like cut their sets and stuff. It
was kind of shitty.
Yeah, it was no good. Ever since that day, I feel like all of these venues have slowly started to do that.
They get put out of business
Hold on, I'm gonna
if they sue, you
keep
know?
talking. Yeah.
It's really shitty.
The worst one, like the worst injury or like something like that's happened to somebody that I've seen was at that Sum 41 show that we went to at the Regency. When me and Jack were leaving, girl's arm was literally like
No,
Dislocated.
don't even do that.
It was dislocated.
No.
it was the other way around.
Oh God, why did you say it?
Because she was asking.
Yeah, no. And just basically what happened is it popped out of her.
Yeah,
throat.
yeah.
Oh God.
It was like, and I remember me and Jack like just like
Cringing.
like looking like, oh. Jack was like, "Are you okay?"
No,
like that.
I mean, the Regency I hear has pretty good first aid. They have a little room and everything. But yeah, people go hard for Sum 41. The first time I saw them, it must have been 2000.
That was Warped Tour. The Warped Tour
2010.
year I couldn't go.
And I got you that 4-year strong poster.
And it got some 41.
You got Sum 41 because I put it in my bag, and then we went into the pit, and it was like they were playing on the split stage. And I'm like, they're huge, like they're a pretty big, popular band. Why would they not have them on the main stage?
Even in 2011, they weren't that relevant anymore.
It was 2009, 2010.
Still,
But I mean,
Still.
but
Like
it
when
was
Underclass
packed.
Hero came out, they were like dying out.
Yeah.
That's
So.
true. I don't know, but anyways, the turnout was huge, which is why it was such an issue because we had to get out of there because it was so bad. Like this one heavier set girl was standing on the chairs because you know the amphitheater has chairs and then there's the pit and then there's the stage. She was standing on one of the chairs and she was going so hard she broke the chair.
Okay.
And she fell on us, and it was just like.
So I want to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
So just like off the top of your head, who do you think like the best live band is to see at the moment?
Like for me personally.
Yeah.
Just for the sole fact that they're very underestimated and not a lot of people know about them, and especially here in San Francisco, it's like the best show I've ever been to, despite the fact that I love these guys to death. It's a Coxbar show. It's like the best like authentic punk show to go to at this point. If you want to see like a real punk show, that's what you see.
I saw the
Cool.
Dead Kennedys at the Regency, and it's just not the same.
Yeah,
without,
it's like
you know.
if you want to get like an authentic like what
Local
punk
punk show.
actually looks like, Coxbar.
Yeah. Annie, what about you?
I had to say, Day to Remember.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I love it when they like.
so disappointing.
If we did worst shows to ever go to,
A Day to
Remember
would be on that list.
every A Day to Remember show I've ever
Really?
went to would be on that list.
I
I've had a
loved it when
horrible time.
they went out on the raft and the hamster ball. No, you didn't like it when they were kind of bigger and got more.
They're good at like presentation. I would say Jeremy McKinnon cannot sing for the life of him, and
But
he
it's
won't
still
even like.
fun.
He's just like he just won't just tell the tech people, I don't feel like singing tonight. Can you just do some auto-tune magic tonight for me? He won't even do that. He won't just admit that he's a bad singer. And
So
he
much
just,
pride.
Yeah.
He's just got that pride in him. And, I appreciate that a little bit, but sometimes you just got to accept that even you are worse at singing than Bob Dylan.
It's not even as much like A Day to Remember. It's just something has always happened to me at one of those shows where I'm like over it. Like when we went to go see him at Warfield, and I was literally getting
the Warfield
pushed
sucks.
back
Yeah, I
by
hated that.
security, and then getting kicked getting pushed
Pushed
back by the
forward,
crowd,
but-
and then
yeah.
getting kicked forward, literally kicked by security.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, that's just because because the venue sucks.
Yeah.
But as far as like performance wise and like the stuff that they do and the effects that they had, it was really fun. Blink was kind of similar for me. That I really liked the light show and the graphics that they had and all that.
Did you hear like were you there the year 2011 when they had like the lasers and stuff?
Yeah. That was cool.
One of the shows, they're told like on stage directions, okay, don't look here at like this part of a song, don't look here, don't go over here. Mark accidentally looked in the wrong place during one of the songs, and like he's permanently like blind and like partially in one of his eyes.
Ooh. Yeah, because you're not. Yeah, you have to be careful with that kind of stuff.
So Mark Hoppus, we're so sorry about that. Anyway, I want to close the episode out with. It's not one of my favorite shows. They're still fun to see. I love them, even though I'm not a huge fan of their new album.
Yeah.
That same day we went to go to the Mixtapes Festival. The Wonder Years closed out the show, and I got to hug Dan Soupy Campbell on stage after they Came Out Swinging, and it was the best moment of my life. One of the best moments.
Where does Soupy May rest in peace? I was still alive.
He authentically hugged me back. Like he was already walking away, and I was on stage, and I went up and hugged him. He turned around and hugged me back, and it was just that man. So many feels. Even Ricky's getting to
Sandusky.
The story so far goes pretty hard too, but recently Anna told me that they kind of
sucked.
Yeah, really bad at the Fillmore. So I was kind of
what a surprise.
But when they were playing local shows and were kind of smaller, like that time we wanted to go, but it sold out. That's when they were still playing really well.
I think that goes in general for most punk bands because that's kind of their element is that when they play bigger shows, they're uncomfortable. When you play little shows, it's home.
Intimate,
again.
Yeah.
It's more with the crowd.
At that point, they were still really good.
That's why I like Oakland Metro so much because it's such a
intimate space. Either room. Either room. Too.
Yeah.
So that was this episode of Talking Shit. So thank you so much for joining us. Today's topic was the best live bands that we've seen. Pretty good topic. I've liked the topics that I brought in this week.
I know, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us. What are some of your favorite live bands that you've seen? What do you think of our live bands that we've seen and the ones that we like? If you totally agree with me and think A Day to Remember is one of the worst bands to ever see live, comment your thoughts in the comments.
Musically, maybe. But
I can understand the production-wise. Yeah. I get that.
It's surprisingly one of the bigger production.
Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comments below. All that good stuff. If you need to be up to date with baiazonagamers and all that good stuff, you can find us collectively on Twitter at baiazonagamers. You can find me at Banandala Chong. Ricky is at Baldazon96. Annie does not have a Twitter, so you don't need to worry about that. Annie, thank you so much for joining us this week. Thank you. We were going to have an intimate week with Ricky and I. But then we decided to invite you last minute. We're so glad that you came on. Because I tried to get you as a guest a while back. You're
when you were
no,
starting, I was I'm kind of shy. I don't want to do that.
But I'm glad you sort of dove head first into this one. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's almost like no one's watching.
I can do this. I can do this.
So,
nobody watches.
So anyway, it's the last episode of Talking Shit, so I'm going to do some house cleaning for baiazonagamers. Like I said in one of the episodes this week, this last Sunday, episode 10 of the Shitcast, I have two very special guests, Sean Pitts, Tom Hawkins from Nerds of the Round Table, all the way over from the East Coast.
Some sweet last names.
I know, dude.
Those are some solid last names.
They've got some solid, they're two very handsome guys.
God damn.
One of them's got this beard that could take on 4 years strong.
Ooh.
You got some competition, Ricky.
Yeah, and then then the other one, he's just Sean Pitts is just a suave motherfucker. So go listen to that. It's really cool. We have a fun time, even though we're recording this episode before I record the episode with them. So I'm talking it's really fun, but I literally have no idea.
No idea how it's gonna be.
It'll be fun. I'm sure it is.
It was terrible. Terrible.
You get -5 reviews.
Yeah.
Exactly. Views.
So go check that out. If you're wondering, yo Barrett, by the time this video is up, yo Barrett, we're Star Wars Battlefront. Don't worry, Star Wars Battlefront Let's Play tomorrow. Check that out. If you're wondering, Fallout 4 Let's Play, that was last Friday. Check that out as well. So I guess that's all I really had to say. Yeah. Battlefront tomorrow. I'm gonna go back and forth between Battlefront and Fallout for Let's Plays for the next couple of weeks, and then I think the week before Christmas I'm gonna do Super Star Wars or a Christmas themed video game. I need to figure that out. But anyway, just keeping you guys up to date and all the good stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Talking Shit. And until next time, have a great day full of shit talking and
7.
Did
you need to give creds to our tech guy?
Oh, right. Jesus. Why am I not oh my god. Did I not do that the last episode too?
We're gonna have one light missing.
One and a half microphones.
If you have any tech questions, you can always tweet those questions at 7Morse, but the O in Morse is a 0. You can check it in the description below. I thought I had my rigmarole down, man. There's always one thing I have stuff written down, but I guess I deleted it or something. Anyway, have a great day full of shit talking and
shitty bands.
It's in the data room, man.
Was that?
Yeah, it's the beginning of City of Vogt.
Oh, that's why I remember it.
Have a great day full of shit talking and sexist bands like the story so far. Thank you.
Sexist.